General Hospital spoilers tease that Ethan's return may not be the homecoming anyone thought it was, because this time he might not be walking back into Port Charles as a charming rogue. He could be walking in as one of the most dangerous hidden threats Sonny Corinthos has faced in a long, long time. And I have to say it right away, because this is the part that feels nasty in the best soap opera way. Ethan may look like he has his own agenda. He may look like he hates Sidwell. He may even act like he wants nothing to do with the man. But what if all of that is just theater? What if Ethan's little confrontation with Sidwell was not proof that they are enemies, but proof that they know exactly how to perform for an audience? Yeah, that is where my mind is going. Because General Hospital has been dropping these little warning signs, and I do not think they are random. Rick not trusting Ethan? Rick warning Sonny? Ethan suddenly running his mouth about Rick and Ava? That does not feel like casual drama to me. That feels like a setup. And if this prediction is right, Ethan may be much deeper in Sidwell's world than anyone in Port Charles wants to believe. At first, Ethan's return was something worth getting excited about. I mean, come on. Ethan has always had that messy, unpredictable energy. He can walk into a room and make trouble without even trying. But now the vibe feels different. There is something colder around him. Something calculated. Something that makes me wonder whether he came back because he wanted to reconnect or because he was sent back. And that is a huge difference. Ethan's clash with Sidwell could easily fool people. In town, everyone may assume Ethan sees Sidwell as an enemy. That is the obvious reading. That is the version Ethan may want people to believe. But soaps love this kind of fake rivalry, right? Two people arguing in public while secretly working together behind closed doors. One loud confrontation, one ugly exchange, one dramatic stare down, and suddenly everyone thinks, okay, they hate each other, but I am not buying it completely. Somehow Ethan could still be a link in Sidwell's operation. Maybe not the boss, maybe not even the most powerful player, but a link, a hidden operator, a man moving between sides while pretending he is just acting on instinct? Absolutely. That is the kind of danger that sneaks past Sonny's radar, at least for a minute. And that brings us to Rick. Rick may not trust Ethan, and honestly, I think Rick could be right this time. Now, Rick is not exactly the patron saint of honesty, so I understand why Sonny might not immediately believe him. Sonny has history with Rick. Bad history, complicated history. Subsal, if Rick comes in waving a red flag about Ethan, Sonny may assume Rick is just trying to stir the pot. That is classic Sonny. He trusts his gut, and sometimes his gut is gold. Other times, well, it gets personal, and then the blind spots start showing. But then Ethan makes a mistake. Or maybe he gets too confident. He starts talking badly about Rick, then Ava. And that, for me, is the moment Sonny could begin to shift. Because Ethan may think he is manipulating Sonny, pushing him toward Rick and Ava, trying to light a match under old tensions. But Sonny knows manipulation when he hears it. He may not always admit it in the moment, but he feels it. Ethan trying to steer Sonny's anger toward Rick and Ava could backfire hard. Sonny may start thinking, wait a minute, why is Ethan so invested in this? And that is when the game changes. I can see Sonny pretending to let Ethan talk, letting him keep digging, letting him think the manipulation is working. But behind the scenes, Sonny could start watching him quietly, carefully, not making a big show of it, not storming in with threats yet, just letting Ethan move around town while Sonny connects the dots. And the dots could be ugly. Sonny may discover that Ethan is not just acting suspicious. Ethan could be working with Sidwell. And not only Sidwell, this thing could include Cullum, Nathan, and Britt as part of a larger plan to target Sonny. Now, that is where the storyline becomes explosive, because this would mean Sonny is not dealing with one enemy. He is dealing with a network, a web, and Ethan could be the thread nobody noticed. The Nathan piece is especially dangerous because at this point, Sonny may not know Nathan is an imposter. That detail matters. If Sonny is investigating Ethan and Sidwell's circle, he may see Nathan as part of the threat, but not yet understand the full truth. He may not know there is another layer of deception underneath the deception. And that is very General Hospital. Just when Sonny thinks he has found the enemy, there is another mask behind the first mask. Then there is Britt. This is where things get personal in a different way. Sonny may find out Ethan and Britt have formed a new romantic connection. And if Ethan and Britt are both tangled up in Sidwell's group, that romance is not just romance. It becomes strategy. It becomes weakness. It becomes motive. It becomes leverage. And I have to be honest, not because they are loud villains standing in the middle of the room announcing themselves. No, that is not what makes them scary. They are scary because they may not look like villains at all. Ethan can charm people. Britt can hide behind complexity, pain, history, excuses, emotional damage, all of it. And in soap terms, those are the people who can do the most damage because everyone keeps waiting for proof. Everyone keeps saying maybe there is another explanation. Meanwhile, the knife is already in. And then comes Jason. Now, the official surface story may make it seem like Jason is being held or is out of play. But what if that is not true? What if Jason has not been trapped the way people think? What if Jason has made some kind of quiet deal with the WSB? A shadow agreement, a mission, a plan to help bring down Sidwell's entire organization from the inside or from the edges. I love this prediction because it fits Jason so well. Jason does not need attention. He does not need applause. He can disappear into the background and become more dangerous, not less. If Jason has been secretly watching Sidwell and his crew, then everything we think we know could be incomplete. Jason may already know Ethan is involved. He may already know Britt is involved. He may even know about Ethan and Britt becoming lovers. And yes, if he learns they slept together, that could hit a nerve, not just romantically, but strategically, because once Jason sees that Ethan and Britt are not just allies, but emotionally and physically connected, he may realize they are more committed to this dangerous path than anyone understood. That could be the thing that pushes Jason to act, not panic. Jason does not panic, but act? Yes. I can imagine Jason secretly finding Sonny. No big dramatic public entrance. No crowd. No warning. Just Jason appearing in that quiet, deadly way he does, and Sonny instantly knowing something is wrong. Jason tells him what he has learned. Ethan, Britt, Sidwell, Cullum, Nathan, the hidden moves, the romance, the betrayal, the full mess, and Sonny, in return, may reveal what he has uncovered too. That scene, if it happens, could be incredible. Because Sonny and Jason comparing notes is not just two men sharing information. It is the moment the hunters realize they have been hunted. It is the moment the whole board flips. Sonny may admit that Ethan tried to manipulate him against Rick and Ava. Jason may explain that Ethan's role is bigger than Sonny thought. Sonny may bring up Sidwell's network. Jason may reveal the WSB angle, or at least enough of it to prove he has been operating in secret. And from there, Sonny and Jason could form a quiet alliance to take Sidwell down. But here is the twist I keep coming back to. They may not go after Sidwell first. They may decide Ethan and Britt are the priority, and Honestly, I understand why. Sidwell is dangerous, yes. Cullum is dangerous. Nathan, especially if he is an imposter, is dangerous in a completely different way. But Ethan and Britt may be the most urgent targets because they are hidden in plain sight. They can move through emotional spaces. They can use people's trust. They can pretend they are not really the enemy. That kind of villain is harder to fight. A visible enemy gives Sonny something to punch back at. A secret enemy makes him question every conversation, every warning, every smile. And Ethan has already made one major mistake by trying to push Sonny toward Rick and Ava. If Sonny now sees that Rick's warning may have been valid, Ethan loses the advantage. Still, I do not think Ethan will go down easily. If he really is working with Sidwell, he probably has backup plans. He may know Sonny is watching. He may even want Sonny to watch, just to feed him the wrong information. And Britt could be even harder to read. She may have her own reasons. Maybe she is fully in. Maybe she is trapped. Maybe she thinks she can control the situation. But in Port Charles, people who think they can control dangerous men usually end up standing in the wreckage wondering when the fire started. So my prediction is this. Ethan's return could become one of the darkest twists in the current General Hospital storyline.